Brazil World Cup 2022 squad and preview. The Brazil World Cup 2022 crew has been declared. Will it be sufficient to guarantee the Selecao win it without precedent for 20 years? The Brazil World Cup 2022 crew has been declared, and the enormous news is that Liverpool forward Roberto Firmino doesn't make the group. Brazil haven't taken on European resistance since a walk 2019 well disposed against the Czech Republic. The last time they went this long without meeting an opponent from Europe was before the 1954 World Cup. The peculiarity has brought inquiries at virtually every public interview and, for some time, effectively made light of the group's record-breaking qualifying structure. The Selecao dominated 14 of 17 matches. The conflict against Argentina that was deserted for coronavirus tricks was at last dropped, piling up 40 objectives and surrendering only 5. Be that as it may, such is the fervor around Brazil now, the state of mind has definitely modified. Basically, the installation list eccentricity is Europe's misfortune. They have no clue about what's coming for them. For the majority of the way to the Qatar World Cup 2022, Brazil looked like an even-minded outfit who missing the mark on customary style and magnetism and depended a lot on Neymar's 8 objective virtuosity. That switched up mid-2021 with the ascent of players who Chief Tite alludes to as Perninhas Rapidas, quick little legs. Rafinha, Antony, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo and Gabriel Martinelli have carried a dangerous new powerful to the Selecao, transforming it into a side that, for perhaps the initial time starting around 2006, fans really accept can win the World Cup. Add to that a backline framed of Alisson, with Ederson an extravagant save, Thiago Silva and Marquinhos that has been practically invulnerable throughout recent years, and unexpectedly the promotion appears to be more than legitimate. Brazil are much better pre-arranged for the current year. In June 2016, Tite assumed responsibility for a group halfway through qualifying that almost didn't come to Russia 2018 at all, and afterward battled after wounds to Neymar, Dani Alves, and Renato Augusto. The situation are different at this point. With additional strategic choices, the 5-time title holders have even looked like Energy Guardiola's Manchester City, the fullbacks moving into focal midfield when they have ownership. To win its most memorable World Cup starting around 2002, Brazil will expect to profit from the commonality brought by a decent glug of the crew carrying out their specialty in the chief association together. Any other way, they will be matching their longest ever dry season, 1970 to 1994, by going somewhere around 24 years between prize lifts, and that doesn't bear contemplating. Who is Brazil's administrator for the 2022 World Cup? A charming figure who on occasion seems to be a cleric for the manner in which he dresses and speaks. Tite has proactively reported that he will leave his post after the World Cup. He has changed the group after the 7-1 Gerder Demerun in 2014 and their Copa America bunch stage leave 2 years after the fact. He'll be a mind-boggling man to supplant. Who is Brazil's best player? Neymar is 2 objectives from equaling Pelé's record as Brazil's untouched top scorer. On the off chance that isn't sufficient inspiration, the PSG hotshot has proactively indicated that this may be his last World Cup. Presently matured 30, more experienced, and with a skilled supporting cast, the number 10 should lead his group and leave the satire's showy behaviors behind. How many players are Brazil taking to the 2022 World Cup? National managers were allowed to bring 26 players to last summer's European Championship for the first time at a major tournament, as a special measure brought in due to the COVID-19 pandemic, while last year's Copa America allowed squads of 28 players. Now it has been announced that 26-player squads will return for the Qatar World Cup, an expansion from the usual 23-man teams.